The Excellence in Teaching Award is presented to a faculty member in the Bellisario College of Communications who has demonstrated excellence in teaching, contributed significantly to the growth of students' learning, and has gained an exemplary reputation among colleagues, students, and alumni. This year's winner is Steve Manuel. I'll read a few sentences from the student nomination we received. The student writes, "The hot seat exercise in Steve's PR class, Com 471, was an experience I will never forget. We were tasked with going in front of cameras, and in front of Steve, and in front of a live audience, and had to answer any question that was thrown at us about a certain crisis situation. It taught us how to think quickly and respond as real public relations professionals." Also, the student noted that Steve had invited her and other students to his home for Thanksgiving if they happened to be stuck here alone in Happy Valley. He offers this every fall semester because, as he shared with me, quote, "No one should go without turkey dinner over Thanksgiving." Please welcome the 2019 Excellence in Teaching Award winner, Professor Steve Manuel, to the podium.
Andrew, the beauty of being young is you can remember everything you want to say. I cannot. Thank you, Bianca. She gave me 75 minutes. But I'm only going to do 5. This must be... students do that too for some reason. This must be special. I'm wearing a tie. Now, please put your damn cell phones away. I'm taking 5 points from you. Oh, that's right. We're not in class. Sorry. I saw a poll a few years ago, several years ago now, that said that 46% of working Americans get up every day and go to work. Yeah. In a job that they abhor. I hate, abhor. I've never done that. I had a very successful career in the military and the Defense Department as a spokesman. That's been followed up by more than 23 years at Penn State. People who I play tennis with almost every morning have retired after one career and keep asking me, "Why don't you retire? You can come out twice a day then." I said, 1, I have a life. 2, I enjoy what I do. Why would you stop? They pay me to have fun. They pay me to torment someone else's kids. It's mine all along. I enjoy life with the students. Well, most of them. Note that I didn't say I enjoy coming to work because it's not really a job. As the Navy's slogan used to be, it's not just a job, it's an adventure. And it is. I came here to Penn State, that is, to impart my knowledge and experience to them and teach. I see it as my primary mission. It's all I want to do. I don't care about the rest of the stuff. When I was in kindergarten, I'll never forget this. Mrs. Miller gave us an assignment. We were to color an apple red. I proceeded to color the apple green. The students who know me know I am colorblind. They can tell by the way I dress sometimes. She said I didn't follow her instructions. I said, but I did. So she gave me a second opportunity, and I colored the apple green again. This began, my life as the square peg in the round hole, whether it was at the Defense Department or here at Penn State. It's followed me my entire life. The point is to not just go along for a ride. Students, take the lead. There may be other options. The easy way out isn't always the best option. It's simply the most convenient. But here I am receiving an award from my target audience, perhaps not a good choice of words in today's environment. The audience that I hope I'm preparing for life in the big leagues. It's the only reason I'm here. It's not for the money. I enjoy preparing. Students know that I'm blunt, but in a constructive way. They know I stress the need to maintain a sense of humor as they work through life's challenges, and they know that I'll help them if they're willing to help themselves. Otherwise, you're out the door. Go back to mom and dad. Our students also know I won't accept the words "I can't" and "it's unfair." As I tell them at the start of every semester, I can't dunk a basketball on a 10-foot rim, but I can overcome and adjust by lowering the rim to 8 feet. It doesn't mean lowering, the requirements or the quality, but I can adjust and overcome. As far as things being fair or unfair, like you all know, sometimes life is unfair. Overcome, adjust, get used to it. As I move through my 24th year of teaching here, I watch and marvel over our students who have done just this. Some of them are sitting here in the classroom, one as far back as 1999, Stephanie. And where's the other one? Yeah, there are two of them here. All they need is a gentle push most of the time, hold their feet to the fire all the time, and perhaps a kick in the ass at other times. In any case, they find out that the task wasn't quite as difficult as they thought. And that's our job to make that possible for them. Every year I look forward to commencement, not because it might be mandatory, but because I enjoy seeing the look of fulfillment and, yes, some anxiety in their faces as they move on to the next challenge. In some cases, I'm thoroughly amazed they got to that point. But they did so because they adjusted and overcame. They learned how to do that. Every student goes through that. This award means a great deal to me. And I'll show it off with pride. Not in myself so much, but in the students who place their trust in me. Students who I've probably yelled at, embarrassed, singled out, and made to do the same problem multiple times until they got it right. Yeah, do I treat them like a 6-year-old? Yeah, sometimes. The most difficult thing for me has been to remember that students are not monolithic. They're all different in terms of their abilities, the speed in which they learn, and their background preparation. It's a juggling act that can be frustrating for them and me, but it's a necessary function for success for them and me. And our students are going into the real world, and they're doing that, and they're succeeding. Calvin Coolidge is reported to have said that nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Education will not. The world's full of education derelicts. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. Our students are doing that around the world. So in closing, I'll tell you, as I tell students in my classes all the time, and as Winston Churchill said in a speech in 1941, never give in. Never give in. Never, 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 never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty. Never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Something we need desperately, and each of you can provide. Thank you for the recognition for something I simply view as my charge here. And congratulations to all the winners.